Hello, hello. I am so excited to be joining some fabulous creative people today. It is Saturday. I hope that everyone is enjoying, hopefully relaxing and just enjoying the day because the weeks are always crazy for me. But anyways, hi, my name is Casey and I am the founding producer of Could Be Pretty Cool. We are an Atlanta-based podcast production company and we make shows about arts and culture. So what is this? What is this audio creative brunch chat all about? So I've been looking through my LinkedIn connections list and I'm like, wow, I have so many super interesting people that I'm quotation fingers connected to on here that I have literally never spoken to before. And so I was like, if nothing else, maybe I should just create a forum so creative people can just like talk about what they're doing and what they're up to because I'm curious and I'm sure y'all are curious too. And so today at this virtual brunch table, hopefully those of y'all listening have your, I don't know, your Saturday morning coffee or your tea or your mimosa, whatever you like. And we're just going to kind of chop it up and learn about one another and the projects that we're working on. So thank y'all so much at the table for coming to chat with me today. And so I'm just going to have you introduce yourselves. And let's start with Jazmin, if that's cool. Jazmin, who are you? Where are you? And what do you do?
Hi, everyone. I'm Jazmin Goodwin. I am a journalist. I am a creative content creator and also a community builder. Super excited to be joining the chat today and talk about a little bit more about specifics and details of just my creative process and projects I'm working on, but also hear about other projects that the amazing folks on this LinkedIn audio are working on as well.
Very cool. Okay. I wish I would have had more time to practice in the 3 seconds that I just learned the pronunciation of your name. So do not hold it against me, please. Okay, Zakiya. Zakiya. No, that's not right.
No, that's not right, but
No.
that's okay. It's Zakiya. So think IKEA, the store. At least that's how we say it here in Atlanta, Georgia. We say IKEA, and just put a Z in front.
I'll never mess it up
So,
again. It's Zakiya in the
yeah,
house. Who are
yeah,
you, friend?
yes. Well, hello everyone. My name is Zakiya Davidson, and I call myself a unicorn. I do technology as well as arts. For the most part, I am educating youth as well as adults in the technology space. I do everything high from application development, infrastructure, and back end. And on the art side, I do dance and yoga and fitness. I'm currently at the dance studio, so forgive me for the music in the background. We are currently closing out classes.
Oh my goodness, we caught you at work. Oh, thank you so much for being here. All right, Bianca, why don't you tell the people about you, who you are, where are you, what are you up to?
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Bianca Hammonds. I am a fun loving, travel lover, free spirited woman. I've really been working on identifying as being a human being first, then a human doing. I'm located in Los Angeles, but what it is that I do, I am a certified life coach. I am a podcaster and I am like a media executive, I guess, sort of say. I come from the media background. I was last working at Spotify. I was the head of their programming for Spotify Live, music programming, but I've been laid off. So that's why I'm kind of like, am I in the media now? These past nearly 8 months, I've really just been kind of doing my own thing, focusing on creative things for me rather than the man. So that's me.
So you just said real talk. First of all, like thank you so much for sharing that. And since we at the brunch table, we keeping it real. I too, at the beginning of December, I was laid off from my day gig. So I had a day gig where I worked past tense, in data analytics for a company. And, I love doing media on the side, and it's like my passion is what I do. And so I love what you said, Bianca, about focusing on being a human being first versus a human doing. Would you mind expanding upon that a little bit? I know that there are going to be people listening who really resonate with, a lot of the changes that happened last year in media, in tech, and creativity. How can we focus on being a human being before a human doing? What's your advice there?
Of course. So, losing my job and having it been so long since like finding another one, I really recognized just how much of my identity was tied to what I did. And of course, I think everyone does that. So it's like no shade or anything when we first introduce ourselves by our title. But I'm like, okay, everything is stripped away from me right now. So who am I? Like, what am I doing? So I started to do my own podcast and really lean into, okay, I'm still a creative person, but there's days when I don't feel like doing that, where I'm sad. I don't have that motivation. Sometimes when you're working for other people or like on a project, you have that goal to kind of like look forward to something. And so when you don't have any of that, it's kind of like, what? So I really just focused on what makes me happy, tapping into things that I used to do as a child that helped me to be creative, that maybe a company wouldn't see as profitable. Like I dance all the time. I still have my like Nintendo Wii throwback. So I would like play like my Michael Jackson like dance game, and I take myself out on dates, try new things, do things alone, just to kind of be like, how comfortable am I just being versus doing things and having something to accomplish by someone else's standards. So.
Oh, I mean, I absolutely love that. And Jazmin and Zakiya, feel free to like jump in at any point. We just chilling. But I feel like having these open conversations about the ways that our titles, our employment, the things that we attach ourselves to really do like mentally, emotionally affect us, is very powerful, and it's very real. And so again, I really want to thank you for sort of jumping that off. And so you mentioned that you like to dance, Bianca. Zakiya, you are at the dance studio right now. We're in like what, week 2 of January, week 3? I don't know what's happening, calendars. Something like that, yeah. How have things been going so far? What's been going on with you?
For me, it's been a busy couple of weeks. I've had, I think this is like my 4th or 5th podcast that I've just been asked to join. Some of them have been impromptu. I've had at least 2 or 3 events, and 2 or 3 more events come in, and I've signed a new client for the new year. You're welcome. Make sure you call him, okay? All right. Y'all have a good one. Again, I apologize because we are still transitioning classes. So what I have coming up right now is I'm meeting with a couple of the school districts here in the Metro Atlanta area to assist with providing programming in the arts as well as technology. That is a lack that we have in the education system, knowledgeable personnel that are able to teach applicable hands-on training, workforce development type curriculum to our youth so that they can actually be prepared for a technology-based position. It's not so easy to just go and get a certification and or a degree and expect for a person to be able to hit the ground running. So working with some of those higher ups that are able to change some of the curriculum, maybe just in 1 or 2 schools, and we're pushing for more in the future. And recently also met with a few people that have bought up a few acres in our downtown Metro Atlanta area that are rebuilding some of our historical buildings and seeing on how I can make an impact there.
Oh my goodness, that's like a lot. And Thank you for being a
Only
champ.
been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. Like, I don't know how time is working anymore. I'm sure we've seen all the memes of like the person blinks and, it was 2019 and now it's 2024. Like, it's all blurring together. But it sounds like you're already doing a lot. And thank you so much for being a champion of teaching these babies because they are fascinating and they need it. And so, speaking of arts and tech and all that good stuff, Jazmin, I think you may be the only person at the virtual table today who have actually sort of interacted with before. And so I know you're doing a lot. What has been going on with you in these first 2-3-ish weeks of 2024?
Yes, so 2024 has definitely been um, full of a lot of just rest. I think just kind of really grounding the year. I'm big on faith, and so that to me is always kind of how I like to start my year off, just with the intention of how would the Lord have me be used. And kind of with that, just really delving deeper into exciting projects. I think you and I have interacted on a lot on just our own personal media ventures that we're pursuing. So that has been the biggest thing for me, is really just kind of continuing to plant the seeds of a new media venture I'm very excited about, just kind of thinking through my origin stories of working in media, working in tech and in entrepreneurship, seeing so many, hearing so many stories and seeing the same problem and being well equipped and just passionate enough to solve it. So I guess you could say that's what my year has really been filled with, just really resting and setting intentions, and being clear on the year ahead. Because as you know, like things start to just pick up. So really having that firm foundation is always important. And I loved what Bianca said earlier as well about just kind of identity. I think what she said is relatable to so many. Your identity can be in your job, your title, and what you do, and just how freeing the process can be of, freeing yourself from your identity being rooted in those things, and really tapping back into who you are and your gifts and your talents and why you're special. I feel like I've been on a similar journey, over the past, post-pandemic years myself, and can really relate to the freedom that brings, and how it can just open new doors to just new adventures, like pursuing entrepreneurship, like starting your own venture, pivoting and marrying your career at intersections versus just doing one thing or being known for one thing. So yeah.
Nice. And that is actually a really great segue. Hearing about all the things that you all are doing is super inspirational. It's cool just to be like, oh, okay, you doing dance stuff with the school system and life coaching and podcasting and journalism and media projects. So you look around the internet and entrepreneurship, right? It's cute, it's sexy, it's hot. Ooh, be an entrepreneur. And so I'm curious from all of you, what would you say in your own ventures is the biggest pro and the biggest con to you in your entrepreneurship journey so far? And we can start with Bianca.
Ooh, okay. This is a good question. So I would say the pro is being able to just follow my passions, like not have the pressures of what someone thinks is like a good idea. It's like, okay, I like life coaching, I like encouraging people, or I like talking to, like, my two podcasts. I have one that is affirmations based and personal development, and then I have another one where I'm interviewing my peers about navigating our careers as Black and Brown people. So that may not necessarily be what a job may have wanted me to talk about. So it feels great to have that type of ownership. But I am literally like 2 weeks into entrepreneurship, just announcing that I got my life coaching certification, and I was actually hoping to have gotten a full-time job offer, but I had an interview, the first one in 7.5 months, and I got rejected from it. So I'm also learning, like, I can only go through the doors that God opens for me. And while I'm trying, it seems like those traditional jobs that I've had in the past, like, it's just not working right now, but I need some money to come in. So let me shift and focus on life coaching. And for me, it's just trying to figure out how to position myself to promote my services without feeling desperate to have that income come in. I want to give myself some time and space and give people some time and space to understand Bianca as a life coach. They may know me more so as a producer and like all of that from the media world. So just trying to have that patience, that trust, and like, okay, again, God, like, I'm walking through the doors that you open for me. I don't see it, like the money or the opportunities yet, and just having that faith. What I'm really learning is to accept without understanding.
That's real. How real is that? That is so many people's situation right now. That's, as I said, that's my situation right now. Hearing someone else just say it, it's like, wow, this isn't an anomaly. I'm not like, just out here by myself. This is a collective community of folks making their own way, doing their own things, still navigating, needing to find ways to buy groceries and live indoors, which is also very real. And so that balance of, staying hungry, staying motivated, staying open to opportunities without bending to, I just want to do anything to make money. Like, that's so real. And I want to thank you again for sharing what a lot of people are going through right now. Zakiya, what about you? Pros and cons for you in entrepreneurship and your ventures?
Okay. Well, before I get into the pros and cons, I want to say that entrepreneurship is hard, you guys. So people, you started off with saying it's cute, it's sexy. It's one thing to go to a job that you're guaranteed a paycheck or guaranteed hours, and you will get a paycheck. You have your benefits, and you know if you need to go to the doctor, you can do that. As an entrepreneurship, all of that falls on you. If you get sick, you may not be able to fulfill your duties to get paid. You don't have any sick days, and you need to manage your time, your money, your energy, and all of your efforts appropriately, because you are the foundation. You are the yes and the no, and the payroll maker. So I just want to put that out there. A lot of people try to show the glamorous side of entrepreneurship, that they are fulfilling their needs and able to make their payroll, but it takes time. Sometimes it's not sudden of a 30, 60, 90 day turnaround, which in corporate America, if you've ever worked there, they work in projects where you have turnaround periods to show said product of finishing. So just want to start there. As far as the pros and cons, the pros that I have is that I demand respect in a world where I've been in technology for over 20 years. So I know the good, the bad, and the ugly for a Black woman in a society and a work environment that is dominated by males, and usually Caucasian white males. So coming in as a consultant, coming in as a contractor, I demand a different type of respect and a different type of communication from my peers. Another pro is having my own. In having my own, I have my own product, I have my own infrastructure. There is not much that a person can offer me other than assistance to what I'm already building, and I providing assistance to them. So that is a piece that I have when I'm going into a room, that I demand a certain type of respect, and I give off a type of energy. As the con that I would say I have is not knowing all of the things that I started off with, not thinking about the benefits that I had at said job. Benefits meaning your medical, your dental, your vision. I'm a single mom of three. So ensuring that I'm not only taken care of, but those three are taken care of. Some of the other cons that again I had to learn, they are now my strengths now, but on the onset I didn't think about how I was going to create a legacy, and that legacy is not just a business. That legacy is what I'm going to leave for my kids later on. So I didn't have a 401k as an entrepreneur. I had to learn what were those other investment opportunities in order to build said legacy. And some of the other cons that I would suggest everybody just look at and think about is just ensuring that their paperwork and what they are going after is sound and just. And if not, be okay to change it. Don't let yourself be your own Achilles heel. Um, Hopefully that's helpful to everybody.
Oh no, again, more realness, especially as we are heading into the infamous tax season, which for entrepreneurs can sometimes be fascinating. Am I projecting? Am I projecting right now? I might be. Yes, no, thank you. Paperwork, get your. Yes. Oh, go ahead. Did you say something, Bianca? Oh, maybe not. But yes, no, thank you for that. Jazmin, same question. Pros and cons in your current ventures.
Yes, so I think I currently still work a full-time job as I'm pursuing my own ventures. So that in itself is its own unique experience. And so I feel like it's empowering, but it also can be hard. It can also be isolating. I think as you spoke about entrepreneurship, a lot of the glitz and glamour is showcased, but it takes real work. I mean, if we think about, just to kind of point it to an analogy, when we think about plants, we plant that seed. It has to break forth, through it has to grow. I think for me, keeping that perspective is super important. And so I would say that, yeah, I would say that the journey is very interesting, sort of juggling a full time job and also building and working towards my own venture, but at the same time, very empowering to kind of see the growth over time, to where I could be in the future as this continues to grow, as it continues to spring forth. So I would say pros are definitely freedom. And I think just being able to see all that you're capable of, aside from, working for someone else, what you can be able to do on your own, the gifts and the talents and skills that you have, how you can leverage them, the community that's built, and just the great opportunities I think that's come from entrepreneurship. So I'm very pre-launch and stealth with my venture, but having the opportunities to be able to work alongside groups and be a part of organizations that are supporting the entrepreneurs of the future in the process from beginning to end has been, I think, one of the biggest pros in feeling not so alone in the process. And also just feeling seen and heard, that some of those days that I have where I'm like, is this actually a good idea? Is this worth it? Am I really on to something? Just being able to have those reinforcements, that community and support has been huge. And then I would say cons. I think, as what so many other folks mention, I mean, when you're going into business for yourself, you are accountable for yourself. And as you continue to grow, you'll be accountable for others. So that's a huge mantle to carry and wear. And so I think I would say a con of that is just the stability and the safety and security that a full-time job may offer, from retirement to a consistent steady paycheck every 2 weeks. Those Not having those things, I think, is a con, but at the same time, um, it sort of brings it back to what the pros are, which is that freedom and that ownership. So, yeah, I guess I say all that to say it's definitely an interesting journey doing both. And this is, I'm new to entrepreneurship in many ways. This is kind of the first time striking out on my own. But I think after so many incredible experiences in my career and kind of just being up close and personal to so many things, it really gave me the confidence, and so many people affirmed me that if this was going to be built, you would be the perfect person to build it. So I'm just remaining faithful and steadfast, kind of in that journey. And also, I think the biggest pro is, like, I don't know about other people, but God is really my CEO. He's my investor. He's my advisor. He's my coach. That has also been a big pro as well, is just building alongside the Lord in terms of how he wants to use me in terms of entrepreneurship, and solving a problem that needs to be solved. So I guess I'll leave it there.
What? And see, this is what I love. This is what I love, right? Those were three completely like similar. They had some similar aspects in terms of answers, but also three completely different perspectives on the journey. And that's what this is really like all about. If we don't actually reach out and like figure out what's going on with other people, hear what the, the pain points and the winning points are, like it just, I don't know. I think it limits our own potential and capacity to like learn lessons from our peer mentors. I consider all of y'all like my peer mentors because like I'm learning as I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay, cool. So thank you so much. Okay, as we wrap it up, because some of y'all might have actual brunch plans, maybe. I just wanted to end with a quick visioning exercise for the three of you. So, for each of you, and we can start with Bianca, if this year goes perfectly, like everything, like you just can, you say it and everything happens, visioning in your mind what the perfect year for you will look like. That can be professionally, personally. What is it going to look like for you? Let's go ahead and speak those visions.
A perfect 2024 looks like me being able to inspire others to make impactful changes to their lives through life coaching, through my podcast, maybe panel, like speaking opportunities. I will be paid for using my voice, paid well. This year will include wellness retreats and just finding joy and happiness in each day despite whatever external obstacles are coming my way. And financial freedom.
Love that. And before I jump to the next person, besides LinkedIn, because I hope everyone listening today is following all the people up here because they're clearly doing amazing things. Are there any other ways that people can connect with you or contact you?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at It's Bianca Lynn. You can check out my life coaching website, coachbiancalynn.com, or you can check into my podcast, What's Mine is Mine with Bianca Lynn, and Walk It Like I Talk It with Bianca Lynn. I'm really pushing Bianca Lynn, so if you search Bianca Lynn, you should be able to find me.
Come through, Bianca Lynn. Come through. Thank you so much. Zakiya, same question. You are just, you looking ahead and everything this year is going 100% exactly your way. What is it looking like for you?
I'm entering the soft life era. So I'm being a solo entrepreneur and a single mom. I have a daughter and two sons, so I've had to run the both, being a male female energy. So soft life, meaning that I'm fully into my own femininity and able to carry that through both my business and personal life. Business wise, I will have facilitated another new contract with Atlanta Public Schools, and I'm able to facilitate more students as well as more support from Atlanta Public Schools as well as Fulton County recreation centers. And I've rehired teachers to where it eases my own load, where I can focus on really building the business. I'm able to get my curriculum out and sold through my virtual platform that is launching, and sign-ups are every day. I have a MVP that I've been working on. That MVP will be in launching stages where individuals will be able to access and actually do testing and provide feedback on how to improve. And I will have some performances and fashion shows this year to showcase the students' growth and development in all of our programs, and actually confirm some internships and some workforce development opportunities for these youth and young adults that will provide them hands-on training and paid training for their entrepreneur endeavors and or career.
All of that.
And finding freedom, peace of mind, and the strength of God to be able to take over the new territories that He's presenting to me, and with integrity and grace.
Yes, yes, putting all of the good energy towards these visions. We need these to happen. This sounds incredible. And so, Zakiya, besides LinkedIn, which again, hope everybody is connecting with the folks in this room, how can people find out more about you and what you're doing?
On Instagram, if you go to It's Zakiya Davidson, it's the same tag on LinkedIn. You will find me as well as all of my associated Instagram pages that coincide with my other companies. If you're on TikTok, you can find me there on It's Zakiya Davidson. You can find my businesses on LinkedIn by going to my page. I have a for-profit, a nonprofit, as well as a fitness and yoga focused company. So yeah, I'm easy to find. It's Zakiya Davidson, you guys.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, Jazmin, bring us on home. This is your year. Everything is going 100% your way. What is it looking like for you?
Yes. So I can already say the one word that I was given for this year of 2024 was restoration and takeoff. So for me, what 2024 looks like, a good 2024 looks like for me is just walking boldly, fiercely, and fully in purpose. And just kind of operating in the things that the Lord would have me operate in. I don't want anything if it's not His will. And so I'm excited to see how that will spring forth in my career, in entrepreneurship, in ministry, and just continue to be a servant first in terms of all the things that I do. I know that is vague, but in in a sense, but if you peel back the layers, it has such a bigger meaning to it. So that would be it for me for 2024.
Love it, love it. Yes, keep it real high level because that's your vision. So you don't have to describe it for us. And Jazmin, besides LinkedIn, how can people find out more about you and what you're going to be up to this year?
Yes, so you can find me on LinkedIn. Really, you can find me there, Jazmin Goodwin. Obviously, you can find me at Jazmin Goodwin, Jazmin K Goodwin, as far as .com for my website, more about me and the things that I'm working on. And then on socials, all my socials are at Jazmin K Goodwin, besides LinkedIn. So you can keep up with me there, as there's more to share, announcements and updates along the journey.
Well, I certainly like I'm ready to go do stuff now. I'm ready to go put on pants and leave the house filled with knowing that there are so many other dope people who are doing incredible things. And I mean, thank y'all so much for joining me at the virtual table today. You know me now if you didn't know me before, so reach out for whatevs because yeah, we've had a conversation. So yeah, everyone listening today, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And if you are a creative entrepreneur, an artist, someone with something that you just want to like hop on here and say things about, this is an open forum. I'm just some guy. I just want to meet people and hear what y'all are doing. So feel free to hit me up, DM me and say, oh, can I do this next week? Because yeah, you can. We're also recording these sessions now, so we'll be posting them on here and on Substack. So if you missed any part of this amazing conversation, you'll be able to get a replay. But I just want to send y'all off into the world, and hopefully we will interact in some capacity again very soon. So thank you for joining me on Creative Brunch Chats upon the LinkedIn audio events. Y'all take it easy. Bye.